According to this, psilocybin might actually be lifespan enhancing. The most intriguing data out of the study comes from the fact that they gave 19-month-old mice, which is equivalent to about a 60 to 65-year-old person if you believe that you can just scale the mice lifespan up to a human, which there's like pretty good reasons to believe you can't, especially in the standard lab mouse that they used. But anyways, they gave the treatment group a big dose of psilocybin every month for 10 months, and then they saw at what point half of the control mice had died and how many of the psilocybin treated mice were alive at that point. And about 80% of them were. I mean, these are very different death curves over time. It's kind of weird they stopped it at 50% instead of just letting it continue all the way, but that combined with just the visual appearance difference between these two control and psilocybin treated mice, like their fur looks a lot healthier. It's not just the fact that they're dying later, it also just looks as though they're aging slower. And then separately from the mice, they also treated human skin cell fibroblasts and human lung cell fibroblasts grown in a petri dish with huge amounts of psilocin, which is the active component that psilocybin turns into in the body. 100 micromolar, so like quite a heavy dose. And these cells do have the same serotonin 5-HT2A receptors that the brain has, so which is why they were trying to look for like, does it have some kind of antioxidant effect? And it does. It reduces the amount of our reactive oxygen species in these cell lines, and a number of times that the cells double, the length of time that those individual cells essentially stay healthy for before they enter senescence, increases by a lot. In the highest doses of 100 micromolar, it increased by about 50%. So notable increases seen at the cellular level too, not just at the animal level, which you could tie to like the hallucinogenic effects potentially of decreasing stress. You can't do that in individual cell lines. Like there is actually some antioxidant effect going on. So these results are really intriguing, especially just like the visual difference that you can see in the mouse combined with the mortality curves. But they only used the standard Black 6 lab mice that are like essentially clones of one another and very prone to cancer. So there's like a ton of caveats here, but this really shows that psilocybin should be entered into the interventions testing program, which is like our gold standard for testing which molecules have an effect on aging soon, because these results are just like very unexpected.